Previously on Chain Link Theater.
Bumblebee, there is only one way to end this war. You must protect Earth and its people. Take it down!
My back, me! God, I'm so screwed.
Thank you for choosing Chain Link Theater. Please turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts. Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chain Link Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from Bumblebee into The Suicide Squad, thanks to our next link in the chain, the himself, John Cena.
The 17-time world heavyweight champion, John Felix Anthony Cena.
That's a name.
That is a name. I like John Cena.
I like John Cena too.
John Cena was born April 23rd of 1977. He's not 50 yet. Did you know that?
No, I've not ever thought about it, I guess.
That's crazy.
I mean,
to me.
he just retired, so I didn't think he was in his 50s.
Roman Reigns is like 43 or something. CM Punk's like 46.
CM Punk is like 55.
I would have assumed John was like 54, 53.
Oh, I thought that John was like 43, maybe.
43?
Yeah.
You thought John Cena was 3 years older than your husband.
I wasn't watching him when wrestling. Like, I didn't watch him wrestle.
Okay,
So, yeah,
apparently.
that's what I thought. He doesn't seem very old.
John Cena is a legendary wrestler. He's on most people's Mount Rushmore. I don't know if you knew he was a wrestler.
Yep.
He was a rapper in the early 2000s. He is one of the greatest of all time. He began professional wrestling in 1999, but signed with the World Wrestling Federation in 2001.
He has one of my least favorite moves, though.
Which one?
The shaky hand one. I'm going to knock the mat by your face one.
Oh, the 5-knuckle shuffle.
I don't like that.
Yeah. You don't like when you have to suspend your disbelief that much.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that never looks good.
Yeah, I'm going to do
Ever.
that in a bar fight once just to prove you.
You wouldn't get back up off the ground.
I wouldn't.
You just lay there.
They wouldn't still be there.
Also, why would I be at a bar?
No, it's going to have to be on video.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be at a bar either.
No, so I was just like, when is this going to happen?
Sorry we're late again, by the way, this week.
We still have family in town,
Again.
so everything's crazy still.
Yeah. Might happen again next week. I don't know why it would, but
They're supposed to go home this
they're
week.
supposed to go home
So
Sunday.
we should be fine.
We should be fine.
We should be fine.
John Cena had a famous debut against Kurt Angle that I made you watch before the podcast.
Ruthless aggression.
Is that your miniature review?
That is my miniature review. Well, it's just wrestling, so it's just Kurt Angle standing out there talking to himself a lot, and then the music hits and no one reacts because who is that?
Yeah, and it's
then
generic.
He walks out in his little panties and then just stands around and being like, I'm John Cena. It's like, who is that?
Yeah.
No one says anything.
He famously was the prototype in that era, which is just this guy looks like an action figure. And then he was rapping on an airplane to go somewhere, and Stephanie McMahon heard him and was like, you should do that on TV. And because he's actually very good at it.
Yeah, okay.
And so she told Daddy, Vince. And Vince was like, that sounds dumb.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Is it? I didn't know he rapped, so.
I didn't know. I thought she sang or whatever.
Who says it? Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Cena held the WWE Championship 14 times, the World Heavyweight Championship 3 times, the United States Championship 5 times, the Intercontinental Championship once, the World Tag Team Championship twice, the WWE Tag Team Championship twice, which makes him a Triple Crown and a Grand Slam. He's the 35th Triple Crown champ and 25th Grand Slam champ, which means you have 3 belts and then 4 belts. He's won the Royal Rumble twice. He's won the Elimination Chamber not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times.
It's a lot.
And he's won Money in the Bank, which did lead to a championship.
Only once, though.
He's main evented WrestleMania God knows how many times. Against The Rock twice.
Yeah.
Against Cody Rhodes, I think twice. Was the rematch also a main event at WrestleMania? Or was
I
that
don't know.
SummerSlam? I don't remember.
I just know that I really liked... I was excited when he came back for his retirement tour. And then I personally feel like TKO shit the bed on the whole storyline. I think they fucked it up. And if I were him, I would have been like, actually, why don't we try again next year for a better storyline for me?
Yeah, his little face turn where he just came out and was like, sorry, I'll be face again, was interesting because he was like, somebody wanted to make great television and then they fucked off.
That's the truth, though.
Yeah, that's what I love.
happened. Because it would have probably been pretty cool if he, everyone always wanted him to do a heel turn and all that stuff, and he finally did it. But the whole backing, you know who you are, he just disappeared. And it wasn't involved in the story that he started. But we got Travis Scott a lot, so...
Yeah, we did get Travis Scott.
That shot of the kid... that random kid in a pay-per-view who was by the ramp when Travis Scott's music hit. Yeah. And the kid's just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing ever.
It's not my favorite thing ever.
I love it because that kid is everyone, or at least me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm all like, first off, why are 2 professional wrestlers still going to lay in the middle of the ring for 45 minutes while Travis Scott walks down wearing a belt that he didn't earn, which I hate.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't watch wrestling anymore. They've annoyed me too much.
Yeah, TKO ruined wrestling.
Agreed.
John left and we left.
Yeah, but not,
John's retirement match was also ruined because you should go out looking up at the lights, putting over the next big guy, but it should not be to a headlock.
No, that was stupid.
Yep.
Who did he tap out to?
Gunther.
Of course.
The guy that they have retire everybody.
I like Gunther, but
I don't anymore.
No.
And it's not because he beat John Cena, it's because every fucking match ends in a headlock.
Right, and there's no way that John Cena... would go out in a headlock.
Yeah, that was his whole thing. He said never give up.
Never give up, and he gave
on
up.
the hand he was tapping with as he was smiling.
Yeah.
I
guess it's like, well, sometimes you can.
Yeah.
What is this message?
What is this?
It was stupid.
That's so dumb.
And it's not his fault. It's their fault, but...
I guarantee you they let John go out how he wanted to.
Well, then that's his fault, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't think... But Gunther... That's another thing. Gunther didn't need to be put over.
Nope.
Anymore. Gunther's already had multiple belts. He defeat Cowboy Slim Jim Bob or whatever.
Brock Lesnar?
No, the guy who had the Intercontinental for way longer, and then they just let him beat, like, I don't know. The name was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like Cowpokes Jim.
I don't
or something like that.
Who it was.
I can't remember the name.
Gunther erased him from history.
It was like Hillbilly Slims or something like that. I don't remember that guy's name.
Probably.
It was ridiculous. But yeah.
John made the transition to acting in 2006. He was in Ready to Rumble in 2000.
Never seen it.
Uncredited because that was before his time as a wrestler. So that's interesting that you've never seen Ready to Rumble?
Mm-mm.
That is, God, what's the cop's name from Scream?
Oh, David Arquette. Yeah,
David Arquette. That is David Arquette and Scott Conn becoming professional wrestlers, and it is loaded with professional wrestlers. That's Sting right there on the IMDb page.
I like David Arquette.
DDP, Goldberg, and they cross-promoted it so that David Arquette won the world championship in WCW to promote that movie. Because
things
WCW
were crazy back then.
WCW was a trash fire. I want to see that movie again now that I know John Cena's in it somewhere.
Yeah, and it would hit so much harder for me if I would let you force me to watch the old WrestleManias.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun for you?
Which we can't even get anymore because they're on ESPN Plus now.
Ugh, never paying. I'm not paying. I'm so sick of streaming services.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
We're down to one.
Yeah.
And we'll see how long that lasts.
Well, it has to last because I like HBO.
Featuring role, his first starring role, his debut role was in The Marine.
The Marine.
Which they made 7 of.
That's too many. The Miz was in 1.
It may have been 6. No, The Miz was in 3.
No, I mean he was in 1 of the Marines.
He was in 3 of them.
3 of them. Oh, okay.
I think it was John Cena, Randy Orton, Miz. But it may be John, Randy, Miz. I don't remember.
Who's in the other ones?
I think there's 6.
Okay.
And Miz was in 4 of them,
okay.
I think.
That's a lot. Okay.
He then went on to be in 12 Rounds, and then he started doing comedy roles. He is a funny guy.
He is funny.
He was in Trainwreck, Daddy's Home, Bumblebee last week. Everybody's in Fighting with My Family. So
Fighting with My Family is great if you haven't seen it.
That is a great movie. It is the highest rated one I've mentioned so far
Yeah, I like it.
on IMDb. It's a good movie. And then he went on to be in Fast and Furious, starting in Fast 9 as the long-lost brother of
Jacob.
Dominic Toretto. Jacob Toretto.
Jacob
Who
Toretto.
drove Fords, so you know he's a bad guy.
Do we?
He didn't drive a Dodge,
Oh.
so he must be a bad guy.
Okay.
But every car he drives in that movie
This
is a
is-
Ford,
this
which
is
may
a-
be a John thing because John loves Ford.
If you haven't seen like the Fast and Furious, is the whole reason why they we never talk about Jacob is the dumbest thing ever.
It is dumb.
So dumb.
It makes no
no
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He was in the Suicide Squad. He was in Fast X. He has a cameo in Barbie. And then, just comedy roles. He is now Peacemaker on television, which both of our closest mates keep telling us to watch.
I know.
And we just watched Peacemaker in this movie, and I don't like him.
Peacemaker makes me angry.
Me too.
So, and I told you in my notes, he's Peeve Maker because for some reason my hand would never hit the C. So every single time I had to type Peacemaker in my notes, it says Peeve Maker.
She showed me every time, and it was
Every single time.
it was over 10 times.
Yeah, it just said Peeve Maker.
You were like, look, Peacemaker. And it's like, that's crazy. I don't know how you're
I don't know
mistyping
how
that
you
many times.
keep doing that.
But that is impressive. His personal life, he has a degree from Springfield College in, what was that? It was physical education, exercise physiology
and kinesiology.
and kinesiology. And when he graduated in 1999, he decided he was going to be a bodybuilder, which is why when he showed up in wrestling, he was already huge
Yeah.
because he worked as a limo driver for a while, and then someone found him at Gold's Gym.
Yeah. And they went, you should beat people up for fakes.
Yeah. He worked in OVW for like 2 years, and they were like, yeah, that dude's ready.
Yeah.
Go beat up Kurt Angle on live television. He was married to Elizabeth Huberdeau for 3 years.
Never heard of
I don't
her.
know her, but he was with Nikki Bella for 6 years after that, and he has been with his wife, Shay. I would never try to pronounce her last name. Since 2020.
Isn't
They've been
she-
married since 2020.
She's like really like a
She's
grown
like
up.
an engineer or an
Yeah.
architect or something crazy.
Yeah.
She's very impressive. So she would probably get introduced as John Cena's wife at something.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, there was people get that's why Tina Fey
Tina
said
Fey.
it where she's
That's what
like,
I'm
we're here
referencing.
giving her husband a lifetime achievement award
Yeah.
about George Clooney's wife. Yeah,
Which we should know her name. It starts with an A.
I don't know it.
Something Amal.
Yeah, and she's like super like amazing and talented and all these things and an actual grown up saving lives and making different changes in the world. And he's making Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
There you go.
Same thing here.
Yeah.
Engineer. That's all it says about her here.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her own Wikipedia, which is good. Keep it private. That's cool. Everybody knows who John Cena is. John Cena might be the most famous person in the world.
John Cena
He's
also
up there.
has the Guinness World Record for the most Make-A-Wishes.
He does.
Over 650.
650 plus.
And the second place person, to put that in perspective, has done 200, which is still amazing.
That
And
is
John
amazing
Cena has
still.
done over 650.
I wonder who that is. It doesn't say.
I don't know. But, I mean, he's making... I mean, it's still great, but it's kind of like, are you doing enough? Who knows?
The 200 guy
Yeah.
or person. I think they're probably doing enough.
Yeah, probably. They're definitely doing enough. Because, I mean, it just seems like John Cena, if he's requested, he just goes. If he can squeeze it in, I guess.
Yeah,
So, I think that's beautiful.
I do too. I think it's funny that this article is the longest article we've seen.
The little scrolly bar thingy
Is the size of our cursor.
is so tiny. Yeah, our cursor is covering it up because that's how long the Wikipedia for John Cena is.
It is almost entirely wrestling.
Yes.
It's like it details all of his match results and how many matches he's fought and all this stuff. And then at the bottom, it adds legal issues, but it doesn't really go into.
There's
The
only
detail.
one, though.
Yeah, there's one legal issue because he bought a 2017 Ford GT, and Ford had a contract when you bought those cars that you would not sell them for 2 years, which is stupid. But he did sign it, and then he sold it
Right.
for profit because they were extremely hard to get, and he saw that they were expensive and sold it for more money than he paid.
Which honestly, I mean,
And so Ford sued him.
And then what I do like about that is though that it ended up being where he agreed to apologize to Ford, and then Ford had to donate the money that he gave them in the settlement to charity.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
I mean, because he's like, no, I already gave you money for the cars. I'm not giving you more money unless you're giving it to charity.
Yeah. And
That's
Ford
fine.
was like, that's fine. We don't need it.
Yeah, but we are going to sue you so that other people know not to sell their cars.
Yeah. So 24-year wrestling career, already a 20-year wrestling career. I hope to see him in more stuff. I was going to say something else. I don't remember what it was going to be.
Oh, it's probably going to
But-
be amazing.
People love him. I love him. Jacob, that's what I was going to talk about. Your brother
My brother.
was upset with us. We must have glossed over John's acting talents in a recent episode. Do you remember what his issue was?
No.
I believe we were naming wrestlers turned actors and ranking them.
Yes, because we said Dave Bautista is the best wrestler turned actor,
Yeah.
most talented.
Yeah. I think we talked about John being second place.
Yeah,
He still is.
and then The Rock doesn't chart.
No.
Unless you talk about The Rock and the Mummy, and then I will let that chart, but that's it.
Oh.
Not the Mummy, Jumanji.
Oh, Jumanji.
Yeah,
okay.
he's not in the Mummy. Oh,
He's
yeah,
in The
he
Mummy
is.
Returns.
I just showed you the Mummy Returns today.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I'm all confused.
I still think it's Batista. This was
100% Batista.
This had one moment in it that I would consider great acting. The rest of it was just he's a very funny guy.
He's very funny, yes.
I would never take that away from him. He's funny in the ring. He's funny on the mic. He's one of the best to ever do it on the mic,
Poor Roman Reigns.
which is why he turned Roman Reigns into a star though with
Yeah,
that
he
line.
did.
Go look up the promo of Roman Reigns getting roasted by John Cena because that turned Roman Reigns' career around.
Yeah.
I'm sure most of you have seen it, but he's one of the best to ever do it on the mic. Which I feel like is why people call him one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I don't feel like he's all that interesting in the ring.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah,
He's not.
He's probably got like 10 moves.
Yeah. I do like that he's so safe in the ring, though, because he says all the time that he would rather you hear it and it affect your kayfabe than one of us get injured.
Yeah.
And so you hear him calling moves and correcting stuff. Is he the one who said, whatever now? Is that him?
Oh, Shinsuke now.
Shinsuke now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Shinsuke was supposed to stand up and beat up. It was Shinsuke and The Miz, I think, supposed to stand up and beat up him and Roman so that they didn't have a face-off before WrestleMania.
Yeah. Shinsuke now.
And they were face-to-face, and Shinsuke was still laying down.
What's that one move? Is it okay? Well, this is not John Cena, but like my favorite in-ring moment I can think of is when Bray Wyatt had someone and then did like the gun motion, and then Roman Reigns speared a guy.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome.
Amazing, amazing moves.
That was amazing. Speaking of Bray Wyatt, John had a great feud with Bray Wyatt, culminating in a not great match because it was COVID.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it was all pre-recorded, and it was kind of goofy, just acting.
Yeah.
More
I
than
don't feel like
wrestling.
I feel like they got a lot of their energy from the crowd, and then when the crowd was taken away, it just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were in the midst of bringing that feud back
when he passed away.
when he passed.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. So John had a match with AJ Styles, which I would consider his retirement match because it was loaded with references to both of their
Careers.
previous rivalries.
Okay.
And at one point he referenced, I think he did Sister Abigail, and leaned over and kissed AJ on the forehead like Bray always did. And then the crowd lit up. I'm getting emotional. Lit up all their cell phones
Oh yeah.
to do the Bray Wyatt thing. And then he looked up. It was so cool. I love wrestling.
I know.
Anyway, that's John Cena. What movie did we watch?
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. That is an interesting movie because that is the only movie I think I've ever seen be rebooted 5 years later.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you consider this a reboot? Because
Soft reboot.
Rick Flag and Harley Quinn are both still in it. So this isn't really, for me, a reboot. It's a sequel for some reason that we just didn't call a sequel.
He calls it a soft reboot,
Okay.
which is a sequel reboot. of sorts.
Yeah.
James Gunn, I don't think I've ever talked about on the free feed. If you'd like to
so.
hear my opinions on him, they are plenty on Patreon.
He's in love with him.
Where you can use promo code DOOM and get your first month for $1 and listen to everything in a month.
Yeah.
And then cancel your subscription.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
If that's what you want.
James Gunn is my favorite director. I think. The only reason that I ever doubt that is Christopher Nolan.
Right.
And that's the only reason I ever doubt that is because that's a film bro pick, which is so typical. But he makes great movies, so I do kind of feel like James Gunn's movies have more heart.
Yeah.
They touch on family a lot more.
Family.
Yeah, most of those movies build a family out of friends.
Yeah.
Which I feel he's very good at.
He's very good at ragtag groups.
He made me care about a polka dot man.
I cared a lot about Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
And a rat.
He stays just making me care about characters I've never heard of in my life.
I cried at the end of this movie.
Yeah. Over who?
I don't remember. Polka Dot
Yeah.
and the shark.
Yeah.
And the whole thing I thought was beautiful.
Right.
So.
I didn't know who these people were like 10 years ago.
I didn't know who these people were when the movie started.
We've seen this movie before.
Yeah. The only person I recognized was Rick and obviously Peacemaker and Harley, obviously. And that's it.
No, yeah. And Idris Elba playing someone.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know who that is. Well, I know who Idris Elba is, obviously,
Right.
but I didn't know what character that was.
I didn't either. This was released 5 years to the day after the abomination that was the original.
Yeah, it's not good. I think it could have been good. I feel like they messed up Enchantress a lot.
Yeah, and Joker.
Get rid of that.
Yes.
Get rid of all that shit.
Yeah.
And then
There was a lot of bad stuff about that movie. I didn't like Harley Quinn in that
I
movie.
think you don't like Harley Quinn in general, though, because I think you think.
I love Harley Quinn.
No, I mean, you don't like her
I don't
on
like
movies.
Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
Right.
Yeah. Which we will get to during this movie. August 5th, 2021, which is 5 years to the day later. A runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes. Budget of $185 million. It did not make its money back.
It didn't. Nope.
It made a box office of 168, and then we looked it up, and it made about 16 mil on home video releases
It went straight to HBO, though.
in the past 5 years, which is crazy because that means a ton of people that want to watch the Suicides, a ton of people apparently have HBO
Yeah.
because it became the top streamed DC movie. And I think it still is. And it's 5 years old. Are you good? Are you about to sneeze?
Yeah.
She's trying to fight off a sneeze and it's
Go
distracting
ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
So it pretty much broke even because it was not a success at the box
It was
office.
during COVID.
It lost 16 million and then it made 16 million on home video releases.
Right.
But HBO views it as a success because of I don't know how it seems like such an intangible metric, subscriber retention, but they do view this as a success that retains subscribers, which is weird because it takes 2 hours to watch it.
I guess people signed up. I guess HBO can probably see if you signed up, when did you sign up? What was the first thing you watched? And then how long do you keep? How many months do you pay for?
Yeah.
And so maybe people paid for HBO to watch The Suicide Squad and then didn't ever get rid of it
Yeah.
because they realized how much other stuff is on there. Because honestly, HBO has a lot of stuff on it. Like we were playing a game today where we would just take, I've seen it on the internet, but you just take and you just like no sound or anything, but you just describe what you're seeing, like with limited details just to make it more.
Only one person is watching a movie.
Right. And
on
the
their
other
phone.
person's just, you're describing it to someone who's having to figure out what movie you're talking about in the opening scene.
It's kind of fun to be
It's fun.
on the quiz giving end of it because you can be so vague.
Yeah.
Like when I did Superman today.
Yeah.
It's like
So you're-
there's a man laying in the snow and a dog's bothering him.
And it took me a while to get it
It
because
did.
I was like, is it a thing? What are we doing? And then you're like, he just keeps batting the dog away. And I
thing's
was
so
like,
good.
why is he batting the dog away? That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, got it. Nailed it.
So the most interesting thing I found in researching box office today is I went ahead and looked up 2016's box office. I did not look up its budget, but it made a profit of $750 million.
What? That movie sucks.
That movie is trash.
I never want to see that movie ever again in my life.
Me neither. Which is why I was getting so upset with your dad last week. Because he said it was good.
He said Suicide Squad's good.
I made him clarify exactly what movie he was talking about.
Last week Kyle kept saying, I would be like, well, just stay here with my dad while we go do something. And he'd be like, he likes Suicide Squad.
I can't stay with this man.
And he would say it obviously in front of him as a joke.
Yeah,
and my dad was just like, ugh. It's a good movie.
He likes Suicide Squad and he hates Thunderbolts, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Because he doesn't like that there's no punishment at the end of Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
That's what we found out.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't like the last 18 seconds.
And he's like, throw that movie away.
Yes. But Suicide Squad, however, I thought is great. You can watch this on HBO Max because it is a DC movie. They own DC. They own Warner Brothers. If you want to watch any Nolan movies, DC animated movies. It's
and
all
Animaniacs.
on Max, not a sponsor. It's also on YouTube TV, I
Yeah.
guess. Or you can rent it, or you can buy
That
it.
means they own Animaniacs, right? Because the Animaniacs
Come
lived
out of the Warner
inside-
Brothers tank.
Yeah.
That's all I know about them. Yeah.
All right. I guess someone let us know is Animaniacs on there because I'm not going to remember to do that.
James Gunn. What was that noise?
I don't know.
Did that come through?
Yeah, I probably.
Let me adjust the mic, guys. Sorry. It's a crazy noise. I feel like we haven't recorded in a month.
We recorded last week.
Literally last week.
Yeah.
Twice.
It's just been a couple of really long weeks. So
Very,
that's
very
all.
long weeks. And
Go
not
ahead.
over. We got to go hang out with family tomorrow.
Yep. More family tomorrow. And then we're done.
We're excited, though.
And then we're done.
Her family already went home, as you could tell. James Gunn is my favorite director. I already said that. So let's get to what he directed. Let's get his filmography. He had a lot of trauma films, which is...
What is that?
He was involved with... Trauma is a low-budget horror publishing company,
Oh.
which is where he was able to make Slither. He worked on
I've seen Slither.
Tromeo and Juliet, the
Okay.
specials, and the 2004 Dawn of the Dead. He was a writer.
Okay.
He also
that the one,
directed
The Mall?
Super, which Jason told me to watch, and I cannot find anywhere. Yes, 2004 Dawn of the Dead is the one at the mall with the running pregnant woman zombie
Okay.
and the baby zombie. And that
Okay.
movie's ridiculous, and I love it.
Yep.
But then he went on to do the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, 1 and 2, and then Disney fired him.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys remember that, because I didn't remember that.
I do remember that. It was during like the Johnny Depp stuff and the Me Too movement being really large, right? And
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. And it wasn't like a Me Too thing, but he apparently posted a lot of really
Really insensitive tweets
insensitive, awful tweets back
between
in
like
like
2008 to 2012,
stuff he shouldn't have said.
which he has admitted that
which he
shouldn't
has
have
admitted
said.
it,
He also
yeah.
admitted it wasn't funny.
Yes. Yeah. So he knows what he did wrong.
Yeah. So
So.
they fired him and got a bunch of backlash. And DC, once they saw the article, immediately picked up their phone.
Yep.
Probably fumbled their phone in their hands, couldn't get it out. So
Threw it
fast
in the
enough.
toilet.
Threw it in the toilet,
Had to get a new one.
like Moss from IT Crowd. And they gave him a Suicide Squad movie. They gave him any DC movie he wanted, except for Superman, which is what he wanted. And he was like, well, I'm a massive fucking Suicide Squad fan from the 1980 comic, and you guys completely fucking ruined it.
You biffed it hard.
I'd like to make a sequel to Suicide Squad. How much do I need to adhere to what David Ayer's film did? And they were like, none. Here's a blank check.
Throw it in the trash.
And he said, what? They said, here's a blank check. Go make that movie. And he was like, well, am I doing a sequel or a reboot? And they said, don't care. Get out of my office.
He said both.
And he made that check out for $185 million and made this banger of a movie.
I love this movie.
And then Disney was like, fuck. We got to get him back in here.
I'm honestly
He's not under contract
surprised
with DC.
because like back in the day, he would have never come back for Guardians 3, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, like James Marsden was in a Superman movie and then they immediately killed him off of X-Men.
That's Fox, though.
That's Fox. Yeah.
This is
'cause
Disney.
He went to do DC and then they were like, nope, and killed
Yeah.
him.
Fox was like, you know what's more important than our main character? Our feelings.
You were like a little bitty tiny character in a DC movie. You're dead now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that movie is shit.
And Disney was like, you know what's more important than our feelings? A fucking third movie in our best franchise. Please make another Guardians.
Yeah.
And he was also on board to help with Infinity War and Endgame in scenes that involved Guardians. Now he's not. He left again and signed a contract with DC to become
The CEO.
co-chairman
Yeah.
and co-CEO with Peter Safran.
Yeah, of DC Studios. So he has like creative control over the new universe.
Yeah. So he directed the 2025 Superman movie. I thought he directed the Supergirl movie. That was not him, but he was.
I want to go see it still.
He's the Kevin Feige of it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So he's in
I
charge
wonder if
over there.
he left DC or or Warner Brothers or wherever and went back to Disney and was like, I like the freedom that I
Yeah.
have better with them.
I don't know. He's also more important over here, and he can build an entire thing
Yeah.
from scratch.
I don't know why. I feel like I like the DC stuff that's coming out lately. I think it's fun. So I think we're getting more of the
But James Gunn doesn't miss. So
No.
the new DC's great.
Yeah, I've not seen actually
The
of
ba-
all the movies that he's directed that I have seen. I like all of them.
Yeah, every single one of these is great.
So
He hasn't directed a ton.
No.
But because it's like 8 movies, including Man of Tomorrow, which he's filming right now.
I want to see Coyote versus Acme too.
That's not. He's a producer on that. That's
I want to see it though,
that's not really him.
but I'm gonna go.
He
see
did
it.
write the Belko Experiment though, and that's great too.
I liked Belko Experiment. That was good.
Yeah, he does not miss.
No, he doesn't.
The 2022 The Batman movie.
The Batman
was
Robert Pattinson.
Matt Reeves directed that and is really struggling to make another one, but James Gunn.
That was a good movie too.
Yes, but James Gunn is now overseeing how that sequel ties in. I think James Gunn has actually said that Robert Pattinson will be his Batman
I love it.
when they finally bring it together.
Do it.
Agreed.
And
Absolutely
honestly, do
it.
the Justice League, because the Justice League, the Zack Snyder Justice League that we covered, amazing,
It really was.
fantastic. That deserves a sequel.
Did you see the Zack Snyder executive producer credit in the credits of
The
Suicide
credits were
Squad?
like 9 feet wide.
The opening credits.
Oh no,
Yeah. So I would say he's
I
not.
did. Yeah, because wasn't his wife also on it? There were 2 Snyders.
Yeah, Deborah.
Yes. Yeah, I did see
He
that.
was executive producer on both Justice League movies. Do I have anything else interesting? I know the composer's interesting. I didn't know if there was anything else interesting before I get to the composer. I guess not. John Murphy is the composer for this movie. He was the composer for Snatch and 28 Days Later and Kick-Ass.
I've never seen Kick-Ass.
You haven't?
No. Every time I say that, you say you haven't, and then you act shocked. So
Yeah, because it's surprising.
I don't. That's your fault.
I know. I've only seen it like once or twice. I'm not like, oh my God, Kick-Ass. But it's good.
No, I don't know. When did it come out? Because I've never seen it.
The director did Bullet Train. Matthew
Never seen that either.
Vaughn, I think. Not looking that up. But anyway, so that guy did some fairly famous movies, like the 3 I mentioned, and then disappeared. In 2010 was his last movie, and then he took a hiatus. He was getting burnt out and stressed out from working in Hollywood and had enough money and was like, I want to go spend time with my family.
Lovely.
I want to watch football and write rock music, which he never really published much of anything. But 11 years later, James Gunn was watching one of those movies. I don't know which one. He's never actually come out and said. And fell in love with the score so much, looked up who it was, found him, found out that he hadn't worked in 10 years, called him, found his number, called him, and was like, would you like to re-enter Hollywood? And the guy was like, no. And he was like, what about for DC? And he was like, what? Okay. All right, what do you got? And then used him on The Suicide Squad, and because he was going to use Tyler Bates.
Right.
Tyler Bates was his boy. Tyler Bates composed Guardians 1 and 2.
Yes.
And halfway through The Suicide Squad, he was like, Tyler Bates had already written stuff that James Gunn was playing on set. And halfway through, probably earlier than half, it doesn't matter, Tyler left. And neither of them have ever said why publicly that I could find. So he had to go find another guy. He called John Murphy out of the blue, and he has used him now on everything else. He used him on the Suicide Squad. It's John Murphy on Guardians 3. It's John Murphy on Superman. It's going to be John Murphy on Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
That's kind of cool that
What
guy
the
was
heck is
like
Man of Tomorrow?
the sequel to Superman.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, well,
Okay.
because it's not out yet.
Okay.
It comes out next year.
I thought it was just like a Walt Disney movie or something.
Oh, Superman's been called the Man of Tomorrow for
What?
centuries.
Centuries.
No,
Wow.
but decades.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, yeah. What an interesting setup to a
What-
film. We're like
40 minutes into this episode. And
almost 40 minutes in.
We haven't even
already.
started on the
Haven't even got to the movie yet. So, shall I just hop to the back of the box?
hop to the back of the box, bro.
The government sends the most dangerous supervillains in the world, and then it lists all of them. No, it doesn't. Bloodsport, Peacemaker, King Shark, Harley Quinn, and others to the remote enemy-infused island of Corto Maltese. Armed with high-tech weapons, they trek through the dangerous jungle on a search and destroy mission with only Colonel Rick Flag on the ground to make them behave. As always, one wrong move and they're dead, whether at the hands of the ultimate kaiju, Starro the Conqueror, spoilers, a teammate, or Waller herself. If anyone's laying down bets, the smart money is against them. All of them.
All right, let's do this. So
do
we
it.
start with a Johnny Cash song.
Yeah, Folsom Prison Blues.
Okay, I don't know that one.
The only recording I've ever heard of this is this live one at Folsom Prison. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
Johnny Cash.
And that train keeps a-blowing. No?
No.
Nothing.
I know, like, I walked into a burning ring of fire. I know
That's
that
a good one, too.
And then I also know that I hurt myself today.
Oh, God. That
That's
was
a sad one.
It was very sad. He did the same thing on this movie. He played all the music on set so that they could time their movements to it.
I think that's beautiful.
Pretty cool. Apparently, he writes song titles into the script
Okay.
and decides way back in the writing process what he's going to use.
What if you can't use it?
He's James Gunn.
He's James fucking Gunn.
He had a check for $185 million.
So, Johnny Cash. And then we get like a puddle transition of Merle from Walking Dead, Michael
was
Rooker.
cool.
It was pretty cool. Puddle transition of him with honestly the worst hair
The worst wig I've
the
seen.
worst hair Michael Rooker should never have this hair
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah, it's solid white and it's down to
Down
his
to
nipples.
like I'd say like mid back. It's like low. It's really long hair. And apparently his superpower is bouncy ball. He's
think
really
it's-
good at bouncing the ball and catching it.
Yeah, I think it's like a bullseye thing.
Okay. So
They called him Savant.
he catches balls. That's what he does, which is a good thing to do in prison. So
Oh,
and then a
my.
bird lands in his like little, I don't know, outside area.
Yeah.
And so then he does ball power real good and kills the bird with the ball.
Yeah, just wants to kill something.
That poor bird.
Yeah,
That's sad.
wrong place, wrong time.
Anyway, and then Viola Davis is all like, come on. And he's like, I've got 15 more minutes. And it's like, how do you know that?
Well,
There's not
because
a
he
clock
can
out there.
perfectly calculate angles. I'm sure he can perfectly calculate time.
I don't have that power.
No, that's true.
I have no concept of time. And like I will say if I need to be somewhere that's 10 minutes away, I need to leave an hour early
I know.
so I can sit in the parking lot and have my anxiety. Well, my anxiety is going to be bad wherever I am. But anyway, it's fine. So she comes to get him and she's like, not today. You have a mission. And then Rick Flag takes him on the mission. We see a bunch of nobodies, don't get attached to any of these people, and Harley Quinn. So you like have Pete Davidson, a like weasel creature, TDK,
TDK. Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion, Boomerang.
From the first movie.
Was it?
Yeah, John Courtney.
I did not know that. I just thought we were calling anyone Boomerang. I didn't
No
know.
one would ask that you remember the original movie.
Thank you. Because I'm not going to.
No.
And basically, Merle is just like, all these people suck. And then, so they're on a plane. And Boomerang is like making sexual advances at Merle.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
I mean, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then Pete Davidson is sitting next to the weasel thing, and he is all like, "What is this thing?" And then Harley Quinn says something about like, "Oh, is it a werewolf?" I don't remember what happens. It's a kind of a dumb scene.
It is.
And then Pete Davidson's like, "Oh my God, you sat me next to a werewolf."
So I was freaking out.
And then Rick, this is what I like. Because if you've never seen Suicide Squad, I should probably say this. The whole idea of Suicide Squad is that these are people who are in prison and they put a bomb in their heads and send them on missions to where if they deviate from the plan, they can be blown up remotely. And if they do the thing and come back alive, they get time off their sentence. That's the entire premise of the Suicide Squad.
They get like 10 years off their sentence. So I'm assuming they're all serving multiple life sentences.
Multiple life sentences, yeah. So anyway, that's the premise. All these people are here begrudgingly, basically.
Yeah.
So then I do like this because Rick Flag's like, no, he's harmless. He's not harmless. He killed 27 children. And then he says, like, I think he's agreed to do this. It's just a weird, like, human-sized weasel that's just sitting there with these bulging eyes, like, looks insane.
The way he delivers, I think he's agreed to do this is so great.
I think he's agreed to do this. And then they get to where they're going. They all jump into the water. We find out that the weasel can't swim. So everyone is just quietly watching as this weasel is drowning. And then Merle he swims to go get the weasel and bring it back to shore. And he's like, weasel is dead. And everyone's like, no one thought to see if the weasel could swim before we made him jump in the water.
Yeah.
And then the second they get on land, they're all kind of hiding, formulating their plan. And then Pete Davidson's character, I do not remember, do not get attached, just steps out and starts being like, hey, I'm the one who called you guys. They're all right here. I'm going to go free, right? And then he gets shot in the face.
His entire face blows off.
Whole face blows up. And then it's just like insanity ensues. Because we find out that he basically sold them out somehow to this army, and I can't remember what the place is called, like
Corto Maltese.
Yeah, Corto Maltese, something like that.
It's spelled like Maltese Falcon, but it's pronounced 4 different ways in the movie.
Yeah, the island. So, he's dead, and now we're in a fight. So it's a bunch of our people, don't get attached again, running around killing all these people and also getting killed. Oh, the one guy who's like, there's a guy named Javelin. Yeah.
Flula from the YouTuber.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's there too. Don't get attached. And then we find out that TDK stands for the detachable kid. So Nathan Fillion's whole power is that his arms come off, and then they just fly across the battlefield, and then
fly
just start.
Is a strong word. It's a slow float.
It's a slow float, and then he just lightly starts hitting people, and it's just like, and then even Harley Quinn's like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
what is that?" And then I don't understand why someone didn't just shoot the now defenseless body that's just standing over there.
They're getting slapped in the
They're
face.
getting grazed in the face with an arm that they let come all the way up to them.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gets killed. Boomerang dies. There's an orange lady who dies.
Oh my God. Why did Jai Courtney return to be on screen for 5 minutes?
It's kind of like, I shouldn't say that.
Jai Courtney is a main character.
I was going to spoil a movie that we were going to do later. Thunderbolts. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Jai Courtney is a main character in 2016's Suicide Squad.
Do I remember him? No.
Apparently, his agents told him they were making a sequel and did not tell him that he would be dying in the first scene.
That sucks.
And he showed up to set all excited, and then at the table read got to page 10.
He's dead.
And was like, what the fuck? And then, like, Rick Flag, like, patted him on the back. What's that guy's name? Joel Kinnaman. Patted him on the back and was like, sorry, dude. And then James Gunn was like, honestly, bro, deaths in comic book movies don't mean anything. And he was like, I guess that's true.
If I would have been like, then put me back alive.
And he was like, also, you're getting paid this much. And he's like, all right.
I mean, that's fine. I get to go home.
So they, like, tricked him into coming back.
It works. So they're all dying. And this whole time, Merle has just been standing there, watch this happen. And then he just starts trying to swim away because he's like, I'm not getting killed by all of this. And then Viola Davis blows him up.
She threatens him a lot, and he just keeps...
She does give him multiple chances to turn back.
Screaming and swimming.
Yeah. So That's what's happening. And then we realize that there's also a team 2 who lands on the island with 0 resistance.
Yep.
Because everyone is on the side with team 1.
Waller's always got a plan.
Yep. And so there's a Shark Man, Peacemaker, and some other people. I do learn who these people are as the movie goes on. But right now, some other people.
Okay.
And then we go to 3 days earlier, and we have Idris Elba, who plays Bloodsport. His name's like Robert Dubois. I'm never going to call him Robert Dubois. I will call him Idris Elba or Bloodsport.
Yep.
So he's cleaning the prison. He's clearly like a pretty, like, just trying to keep his head down kind of prisoner, it seems like. He's just cleaning up, and then they're just standing around talking about him, which is fun.
In earshot about, like, how he's in prison for shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet, and he never misses and all this stuff. He's like a living weapon or something like that is what they called him. I wonder if that's Cavill or Corn Sweat.
Who's Corn Sweat?
David Corn Sweat, the new Superman.
Oh, I've never heard that name in my life.
I wonder which one.
Pick one.
Corn Sweat.
He's dead.
No.
It doesn't say he killed
die.
him. He says he shot him. Yeah.
He's bulletproof.
And then Idris Elba's daughter comes to visit, and she tells him that she got caught stealing something called a style watch. And he's like, "What's that?" And she's like, "You can watch TV on it." And he's like, "Why would you want to watch TV on your watch?" And she just shrugs.
She goes, I don't know.
And then he's more upset. He's just like, "Next time you're going to do something stupid like that, you need to make sure you have a lookout." And then she's like, "So you're more upset that I didn't do it right than you are that I stole something?" And he's just like, "Honestly,
yes.
I didn't want to have kids."
He does say that.
So then they end up just screaming "fuck you" back and forth at each other for a minute, and then he essentially says that he didn't want her to turn out like him, basically.
Yeah.
And to stay away from people like him. And then he's never agreed to be in the Suicide Squad. Like, he keeps telling Waller to fuck off. And then Waller now is all like, "Well, your daughter has a court case coming up, and if she goes to prison, I'm going to kill her," essentially is what she says. Like, she threatens his daughter's life if he doesn't agree to help her. And so he begrudgingly agrees to help her, and then we get walked through meeting his team. And first we meet Peacemaker, and then she says the exact same things to him about Peacemaker as she
says
told
we all have unique traits that bring something different and interesting to the team.
And then she walks up to Peacemaker with Bloodsport and is all like, "He never misses. He's a living weapon. He has all of this stuff." And he's like, wait. Are you taking the piss? Because that's what you said about me.
You said we're all unique, and that's exactly how you described me.
And then John Cena is like, "No, my bullets are smaller." And then he says they can go right into your bullet holes without even touching the sides.
Okay.
So, and then we meet the Shark Man, and he likes human meat, and he is pretending to read in his books upside down.
King Shark.
He's so cute. I love him. And then we meet Kazo, who is the Rat Catcher 2.
Yeah,
who
the sequel.
She just her dad was apparently the Rat Catcher. Now she's the sequel of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better, larger, and uncut or something like that.
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Yeah.
My.
And then we meet Polka Dot Man, and he throws polka dots at people, I guess.
David Desmalchin.
That's his name.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So we're on the small island off the coast of South America. And it was controlled. This is the mission. It was controlled by one family. And then there was a military coup, and they took over the government, and then they hung the family publicly in the street. So the only reason why we have an issue with it as Americans who do what we do is because the new guy is anti-American, and now he has access to something that this family had access to called Project Starfish. And in the hands of the Luna regime, Project Starfish could cause like untold damage supposedly around the world. And so they need to infiltrate a place called Jotunheim to destroy the project and any evidence of it existing.
Yep.
So they need to go and find a scientist who hangs out at a strip club and then get into Jotunheim. And then one of the questions is just Peacemaker, and he says, "Starfish is slang for butthole. Any connection?" And she's like, "No." And then Nanawe is the name of the shark, and he raises his hand, and she's like, "Yes," and he's like, "Hand." So stupid.
I love the way Ratcatcher turns around and look at him like he's cute.
Because he is. He's adorable. He's just so freaking cute. And then So now we're present day again, where we're on the island. And Idris Elba and John Cena don't get along. And so Idris Elba at one point tells John Cena that he can eat a bag of dicks. And then John Cena's like, if I was told to eat an entire beach full of dicks for liberty, I would. And then Ratcatcher's just like, why would they put a bunch of dicks on a beach? And he goes, like,
who knows how madmen do what they do?
I mean, facts. And then all of a sudden, Polka Dot Man is like covered in like a polka dot rash.
Yeah.
Like he wears, I don't know why he wears polka dot clothes, but he does. But occasionally polka dots just break out all over his face for 30 minutes. And then we stop doing that really.
Well, he has to expel them.
Well, we haven't figured that out yet, you spoilers.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
We haven't gotten to them disappearing yet either.
So then we cut back to Harley, and she's still on the beach, and she lands next to Javelin, who is telling her, he's handing her her javelin. He's telling her as he's dying, he's like, you're the only person who can take my javelin, and you need to, and then he dies. And then Harley, of course, in this especially, it's kind of dumb, which I don't get why Harley Quinn is written as dumb occasionally, because
either.
Harley Quinn is a therapist, right? Like a psychiatrist.
She's lost her mind, but
but she's not an idiot.
She has a background in
She was treating Joker.
Psychology
That's how she
and intelligence. Yeah,
I assume like I'm sure she's a psychiatrist, right? Because she was. Those people have to be medicated in Arkham.
Harleen Quinzel.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know why she's stupid.
Dude,
sometimes.
I hate this portrayal of Harley.
Yeah.
I love Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
But I cannot stand almost any line she delivers. I hated everything she said in the original movie.
Yes.
In this movie, it's dialed back, but I still hate a bunch of it.
It's over the top in a way that...
It's like Joey in later seasons of Friends.
Yes.
Stupid.
It is.
It's way over the top.
It's just over the top, and it just isn't the kind of humor that anyone above the age of like 13 or 14 should find humorous.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Unless you find it hilarious, and then you do you. But anyway, so she starts slapping dead Javelin, being like, what did you want me to do with your Javelin? Ha ha. And then she gets captured. And so does Rick. They're the only two who lived. So then Team 2 is camping for the night, and Polka Dot Man, because Idris Elba's not asleep, and so he's watching Polka Dot Man, like he's going through something. He's like, really ugly right now with a huge rash, and his face is bulging and stuff. And then he goes to throw up the polka dots, and he like a lot of them, for a long time throwing them up.
Yeah, it's setting off a huge glowing light around him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. And
cool.
then Idris Elba, one of like the little. Okay, so Ratcatcher has a little rat named Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Who has a little harness that she carries around all the time, and Sebastian like is in Idris Elba's face all of a sudden, is like motioning towards Ratcatcher, and so he looks up, and Nanawe is picking her up and
Shark. Yeah.
trying to eat her currently, and so he immediately starts shooting him. Him and Rick, don't they?
Yeah.
Or wait, no, he doesn't have Rick. Peacemaker and him start, shooting her. Oh no, because Peacemaker's in his underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he's shooting Nanawe, and then Nanawe puts him down. John Cena's in his undies for some reason.
Yep.
So he, I don't know, but they basically get Nanawe to not eat her, and then there's a line where Idris Elba is like, why are you in your underwear? And whitey tighties at that. And then John Cena says, that's just racist. Okay. And he's like, how is that racist? But then they're talking about how they can't kill Nanawe because they need him to get into Jotunheim, which I don't know how, because they didn't.
They didn't
need him.
They didn't use him at all.
No. I mean, I liked him, but.
Me too.
And then Ratcatcher is like, were you really trying to eat me? Would you eat your friends? And he's like, I don't have any friends. And she's like,
I know friends.
And then she's like, but if you did have friends, would you eat them?
And he goes, no.
And then she's like, all right, cool. So we're friends now. And so don't eat me. And then she does say that she was like, well, if I have to die for trusting love, then that's okay.
Okay.
Which I think is sweet. But
can we talk about Peacemaker's stupid fucking outfit?
The whole thing he actually wears, or his underwear?
The whole actually costume.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What is the
that?
Silver part?
He's wearing a toilet seat.
That's what they call it, yeah.
On his head. Yeah. A chrome toilet seat. And he's wearing a red, like, polo that's way too tight.
Yeah.
And khakis.
Khakis.
With combat boots.
Yeah.
And Bloodsport's looking like a fucking badass.
Yeah, he does look really
Bloodsport
cool.
has the coolest helmet I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he does. Wait, which helmet's your favorite though? Because you like Star-Lord's.
Star-Lord's is great. Master Chief's is great.
Yeah.
I'd put Bloodsport top 10 probably.
Top 10. Oh, what's the
Iron Man's is great.
Red Hood? Do you like Red Hoods? It's kind of
Red
like
Hood's
that.
in Arkham Knight is sick.
Yeah.
The one in the comics is really dumb.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What about like
Red Ranger, Power Ranger. That's a great mask. Helmet.
yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a Red Ranger person?
There are a bunch of helmets. Yes. And a Pink Ranger, mostly.
I was a Yellow
There
Ranger
are a
person.
bunch of helmets in Destiny that are sweet.
There's a bunch of helmets in Destiny that are not sweet.
This is true, too.
So
Both things can be true.
now Team 2 has been diverted to save Rick Flag. So, because Rick Flag is still alive. So, Viola Davis, Waller tells them to terminate the captors with extreme prejudice. Like, just go and kill them, I guess.
Yeah.
So, that's fun. So, this is probably the best scene in the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's just Team 2 moving into this, like, village where there are men just standing around and just, like, systematically killing people, but quietly.
And competing.
Because it ends up being Peacemaker versus Bloodsport competing to
See
kill
whose
people.
kills look cooler.
Yep, whose kills look cooler, which is pretty cool. And then Idris Elba says something like, no one likes to show off. And then John Cena says, no one likes to show off unless what they're showing off is dope as fuck.
Because he shot a guy and he's like,
Non-lethal.
Keep it score, and he's like, non-lethal. Doesn't count. And he's like, hang on.
Exploding bullets
Delayed
or something.
exploding bullets.
Yeah.
And then the guy blows up and he's like, "Ugh, no one likes to show off. And he's like, what
Yeah.
you just said.
No one likes to show off unless what they're showing is dope as fuck. And then he
Idris
turns...
Elba turns around and to himself, he's like, fuck, that's true.
It's true.
Which is so stupid, but it makes me laugh.
So they bust into the last building of this little village to find Rick Flag just hanging out drinking tea with these people. And so they're just like, hey, Rick. And he's like, hey,
Why are
you
you
here?
here?
And they're like, you're sent to save you. And then
To
she's
rescue.
like, the lady who's sitting there is like, why didn't my people alert me that you're here? And he's like, oh, we didn't see anybody.
Didn't see anybody.
We didn't see anybody.
Not one person.
And then Nanawe spits up a finger that he ate because he ate somebody.
Yeah.
And so then they're outside just standing with like the people, and she's watching looking at the carnage eventually of all the people that they murdered. It's hilarious though. And then we see a guy with like a bunch of spark plugs stuck in his head. Because we're at Jotunheim now, and this is called the Thinker, who is played by Peter Capaldi, who is either Dr. 12 or 13. I don't know which one.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, I stopped paying
crazy.
attention. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I stopped really paying attention to I 100% stopped paying attention to Doctor Who after David Tennant left me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. And I don't dislike Matt Smith anymore.
That's just because he shit on Morbius.
No. I watched him in
What
The
else is
Crown.
he in? Oh. I didn't watch that with you.
Yeah, I've seen him in stuff since
Stuff and things.
since Doctor Who, and I don't dislike him. I think he's actually really great.
Huh?
But I just don't think that if I ever want to watch Doctor Who and I get to where David Tennant leaves me again, I can be like, okay, let me watch Matt Smith. I don't think I can do it.
Just don't rewatch David Tennant. Just start from pretend Matt Smith's a brand new show.
You're having a laugh, bro. Absolutely not. Nope.
I don't care. I don't want to watch more TV. It's a win for me.
Well, I have nothing to do now, so we'll see what I get up to. Anyway, so
Okay.
basically the Thinker is just standing there. It's Peter Capaldi. And then we see like the starfish thing having babies out of its side. And then they go like full face hugger on people. Well, not full face hugger because they don't leave. You know how like a face hugger like injects it and then like.
And then the stomach thing, yeah. The John Hurt
They
of
just
it all.
don't leave.
Another doctor.
They just stay there. And then they like kill the body but control them apparently.
Yeah.
So they're like extensions of the starfish. And the starfish got found in space. That's all we know right now. And so the Thinker is the only one who can control the starfish. So that's why this new regime hasn't killed him yet.
It was a Guardians of the Galaxy ass enemy.
100%. And then meanwhile, Harley Quinn is found and captured. And then they make her put on a dress for some reason. But she's kind of digging it because now she looks clean and they put makeup on her. So the new president, we find out that Presidente has like a huge crush on Harley Quinn. And then we get like a little montage of her and him going on like a date basically for the day. Like they have dinner and are laughing, and then they're looking at the view. Then they're looking at like Laura Keats just hanging out. Great. And then he wants her to marry him. And he says to her this, I did like this line because he says, "May I be frank?" And she goes, "You might be," because she doesn't know who the fuck this guy is. And he basically says that he admired her for a long time because she represents anti-American stuff, basically. And now that he's anti-American and ruling, it would be like a really big thing for him to marry her. But also now that he spent the day with her, he's in love with her.
Yeah.
And so she's just like, oh, hell yeah. And so she bones the shit out of him, which I think that if you... like that was a violent, not really violent, but there was fire, lots of broken stuff.
Yeah. She
would bone you out of house and home, apparently.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Anyway, she accepts the proposal after they're done. And then we find out that I think it's the thinker who's talking about it, I believe. Or maybe it's still the president. I think it's the president. And he's explaining what happened. And he says that the Nazis came to Corto Maltese to hide after World War II and to continue their experiments. And they built Jotunheim, and eventually the starfish was found. So then they've been using Jotunheim like to do experiments on that now. So he says that he says basically staying there talking, and he's like, now that I'm president, anyone who ever talks about me, their family and all of them will be murdered and all this stuff. And he's just going on like a little tirade facing the window talking about like how powerful he wants to be.
Yep.
And so then he turns around and Harley just immediately shoots him, which I do like from her, because he's just holding in all of this blood all of a sudden in his stomach, like dying. And she's just like, I promised myself that next time I got with a guy, I'd look out for some red flags. And the fact that you want to kill children is kind of a red flag. It's a little bit of a red flag for me. And so she's just, as he's just bleeding out. And then she does say a line that I honestly thought was really pretty, because she says, after he's dead, she's like, and I honestly think you're way more beautiful now because now all those ugly thoughts are gone.
Yeah, with that head empty of all those nasty thoughts.
I loved it.
Said, yeah,
and I was just like, oh, that's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
So then his general is now the new presidente. So and then he burns all the lorikeets.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's so bad guy.
He's such a bad guy. And what I don't understand, like, I know that they didn't actually hurt lorikeets, but imagine being a poor lorikeet and someone's like just throwing water out of a gas can at you. Do you know that this isn't real? Do you know what's happening here?
Yeah.
Or do you have just anxiety the rest of your life? Like, I almost died.
That's probably CG birds for the water.
I hope so. Because did they ever take into consideration psychological damage and harm to animals?
Yeah.
Because, you know, if I were an animal, I would have massive amounts of anxiety.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now the general wants to kill the Suicide Squad. That's his mission. Polka Dot Man is like rashing up again. And then we find out like a little bit about his backstory, that apparently his mother was a scientist and she was obsessed with the stars. So she infected him and all of his siblings. And he has to expel the dots twice a day or they will eat him alive. And then they ask him, like, what happened to the rest of your siblings? And he's like, some of them died. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to get rain. So if you hear something, whoopsie.
Oops, that's on our end.
But, like, he says that some of them died and some of them, I don't think that any of them lived. I don't remember. He kind of, like, left it.
He said some lived, some died.
Yeah, but he didn't make it sound like they're thriving.
No.
So, and then now he sees his mom as, like, everyone, I guess. Because then we get a shot of the group who's questioning him, and it's all like some just white lady in multiple costumes. Which must have been so fun to get hired for.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, and then we're at some checkpoint, and there's a guy in a bus being like asked for his paperwork. And then while he's giving them the paperwork, the Suicide Squad comes out of the bushes and kills all the soldiers while this poor guy in the van is screaming. And then we find out that this is Milton.
Yep.
And Milton is going to be the one who drives them through town. So that's Milton's job. Bloodsport's trying to get in contact with Waller because they haven't talked to her in a bit, I guess, or to give her an update. And when we find out that there are signal jammers like around the city, So they can't talk to her for very long. But while she's talking to them briefly, she's threatening them. She's like, I might not be able to talk to you, but I will still kill you. And she's like, okay, Jesus. And then outside, Dave from New Girl asks if she would really kill Bloodsport's daughter. And she says, you have no idea what I would do, basically. Like,
oh my God.
Nothing would stop me, essentially. And then Ratcatcher, because the whole movie, Bloodsport's been like afraid of rats, which honestly, though, Sebastian's so freaking cute. I know he's not real.
She has like a number 1 rat with her.
Named Sebastian.
Yeah, that waves at everybody.
He's so cute. I would have no issues with Sebastian hanging out.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, but he's scared of him. And then he doesn't answer her when she asks him why he's afraid of rats. And then he tells her that she has daddy issues. And then I thought this was kind of sweet because she says, I have no issues with how much I love my father.
Aww.
And then we get like a little bit of her backstory. And she says that her dad was had a drug addiction, apparently. But he built the machines that she now uses to control the rats. And they would use the rats to bring them trinkets and stuff to live on. Because they were homeless, and it kept them, and the rats would keep them warm on nights where they should have frozen. But eventually her dad had an overdose and died. And that's how she's now the rat catcher.
Dude, James Gunn, and the way he frames a scene.
Crying.
With her starting to reminisce about her dad, and then it pans up just a little bit to where you can see the backstory she's about to show us in the reflection of the bus window.
Yeah.
And then it like goes into the scene.
It's really cool.
It's so good.
It's awesome.
And then, it's Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Taika Waititi plays her dad. And then we find out that after her dad passed away, she went to America to, live the dream. And the state considered her rats a weapon when she went to rob a bank. So she got basically she got arrested for armed robbery. And then Bloodsport's like, you really sound like my daughter.
Yeah.
And then he says that he's afraid of rats because his dad locked him in a crate for 24 hours when he was a kid full of starving rats. And then I also love this line a lot because she says, what did she say? She says something about like, my dad, I never had to question how much my dad loved me, and I wish I could give some of that to you.
Yeah.
And I thought,
it's great character stuff here.
It's beautiful. Honestly, it's beautiful.
That's what I'm talking about from earlier. Him building a family out of misfits and strangers.
I love it.
James Gunn loves himself a misfit.
Who doesn't?
Facts.
So they make it to the strip club, and it's quite funny though before we go to the strip club because obviously Nanawe can't come into the strip club because he's a shark, and he's just like, I'll just put on a disguise, and they're like, what are you gonna put on? And he's like, a mustache.
Fake mustache.
And then there's one part where Idris Elba's talking to Ratcatcher while Nanawe's just holding his fin up over his like a mustache, and then Idris Elba's like, I mean, we have a shark sneaking up on us with a mustache, and then Nanawe's like, fuck.
He literally goes, fuck.
And then walks away, and they laugh. But so they're at this strip club waiting on the Thinker to show up. And this is where I started typing Peacemaker a lot. Peacemaker orders them around. We basically just get a lot of scenes of them vibing and bonding.
Bloodsport calls Polka Dot Man Pokey. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Love that.
Cute. They're all just having a great time just waiting for him to show up. So, and then we keep seeing poor Nanawe left in the van by himself.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
So the Thinker shows up to look at women, I guess. And then outside, as the Thinker showed up, a bunch of soldiers also show up, and then the bouncer won't let Milton in to warn them about because Milton's still just hanging out, so they don't get warned. Bloodsport grabs the Thinker and is basically like, ha ha ha, you're coming with me, kind of a thing, like they do, and is leading him out. And then the soldiers walk in and are blocking all the exits, and so Bloodsport gives the Thinker to Ratcatcher. And who's with her? Ratcatcher and Polka Dot?
Yep.
Yeah. And he's like, get him out of here while we cause a diversion. So Bloodsport, Flag, and Peacemaker make a diversion so that Ratcatcher can get out with...
Peacemaker doesn't know that's what's happening.
No, he seems very confused.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
He's like, why? They capture our crew. And while our boys are in the back of a van talking, like Idris Elba has a guy like light a cigarette for him and stuff like that while he's obviously handcuffed. And then they start talking about how Harley Quinn is captured but about to be killed. And so then they start talking about like, oh, do you know that you can kill a man with just one hit and stuff like that? And then the guards are like, nah, no way. And then they all three murder all of these men. And then the driver is looking down as Peacemaker is pulling a shotgun like to where the driver would be in the the cab of the vehicle.
He has a camera in the back.
Yeah. And then it just explosions everywhere while Peacemaker is trying to reach his arm in to steer.
Yeah. I like when he's talking about how you can kill a man with one punch, and then the guy is like, yeah, it's possible, but it would take years and years of training. And then Idris just looks up and kind of smirks.
Yeah.
It's so sexy.
Like, I can do it. Oh, yeah. I think Idris Elba is probably like the most attractive man ever.
On Earth.
Yeah. Period.
Probably. I was like, wait, am I learning things about myself?
Yeah, you are. Looking at him, who isn't? But anyway, so basically lots of explosions. They end up wrecking into a semi, but driving it off the road because Peacemaker can barely touch the thing.
Because his fucking arms are too big.
Right.
Have you ever seen that moment in WrestleMania where John Cena threw one of his armbands at The Rock? He had it on his bicep. It's like a wristband. And he took it off and threw it at The Rock. And The Rock stretched it out and it went the length of his whole face. And he was like, what the fuck?
He's got huge arms.
Yeah, he does.
Huge arms. So
Action
probably
figure arms.
Rick should have put his arm through
Yes.
the thing. They get in a wreck, and then Ratcatcher pulls up with Milton, obviously, because they got out with the Thinker in Milton's car, in Milton's van, to pick them up. And then they're like, all right, we need to get to Jotunheim. But first, we got to go save Harley. Yeah. That's the mission. So
that's kind of cool the way they're doing that, too. He's had a few different cool shots of like physical sets of where they are. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe it.
Like there's one where when we flashed back from the prison stuff to being on the island again, like a bunch of like seaweed rolled in from the side and then says like now or something like that. It spells out like now.
Yeah. And then there's one where it's showing an overhead shot, like an overbuilding shot of Jotunheim, and like the antennas
and stuff spell
Jotunheim and stuff
spell
Jotunheim. And then he pans up. I don't know. I don't think it's called pans when you go up, but anyway,
he goes up and then
cranes,
it stops.
Cranes. That's
yeah,
what,
stops.
He cranes up and it stops saying it
because
it was
really
an actual
cool.
physical set.
So this was
and
like smoke behind the the crash.
It's fire. It says Operation Jotunheim behind them, and then Rick Flag says, "Not yet. We got one more thing to do." And the Jotunheim blows away, and the smoke says Harley.
It's cool.
It is cool.
It is really cool.
I'm sure it's CG, but it's cool.
Well, it has to be CG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably achieve that if you wanted to spend a ton of money.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wouldn't, though.
He wouldn't. He'd be like, who's Harley?
No, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a gimmicky thing. He wouldn't do that.
It's really cool, though. I like it. So we basically get Harley Quinn is hung up because she shot the president. So she's hung up, being interrogated and like tortured, and her mouth is covered in blood. And the general guy is asking her like how many people, like how many like super meta people landed on the island, and she's just like 69, and he's like, oh my god, how did you get 69 people to land on the island?
And then the guy leans over and whispers to him.
Yeah, and then he shocks her again.
He's like, you bitch.
Yeah, and then she pretends to pass out because they electrocute her again. They have like a cattle prod that they're stabbing her with.
Yeah.
And so she pretends to pass out, and then the general's like, all right, well then you just start chopping off her fingers when she wakes up, because then maybe she'll remember how many people there were. Which, to be fair, if she answered, she would literally say 2 because it's just her and Rick Flag. Yeah. Everyone else is dead.
That's true. She doesn't know about Team 2.
She has no idea. She has no clue about Team 2.
Yeah.
So anyway, she waits until the one guy in the room is not paying attention, and then she takes him out by snapping his neck with her legs, which is pretty freaking sweet.
It is.
And I've always heard that she did this.
What?
I've always heard that she did the like foot stuff. Yeah. Margot.
Wow. Are you talking about the dance from the first movie on the ropes, or this?
I'm talking about this.
That's crazy. She lifts that man off the ground.
Maybe
with
she
those
didn't do
legs.
that, but I think that I've heard that she did the key part where she grabs the key with her toes and then puts it in the lock.
Wow.
So it's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
But then she gets out and then it starts murdering people.
Yeah.
Which to me means that the Joker should be way nicer to her.
Why?
She would kill him.
I don't think she could.
I think she could easily.
She could, but I don't think she would.
She should.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
he might be crazier than
depends
her.
on what Joker we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Her Joker, she should just get rid of that. The tattooed Joker.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah. Jared Leto.
Heath Ledger Joker, they would make a beautiful couple.
Would they? Would he be
Yeah.
interested in that? I don't know.
Who wouldn't?
He's such a nihilist.
Well, so is the Joker.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Joker doesn't love Harley Quinn.
This is very true.
Yeah, he just likes that someone's obsessed with him. And I don't even know if he likes that or if he
but
just
the one that
tolerates
you're
her.
talking about in the animated series at least finds her funny. I don't
He
know
does.
if Heath would.
I don't think that
'Cause I
Heath's-
don't.
I don't think Heath's Joker would have. Maybe not.
I don't think he would work with anybody.
I think though that version of Harley Quinn would have been so interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been so like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It would have been like a little probably more muted. Which maybe we should see the Dula Foley or whatever that one's called. How southern did that sound?
Foley I do.
Folie à deux.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Man, I want to.
Don't we
Every
own
time I
it?
say that, no. Every time I say that I want to see that, somebody is around to be like, don't watch that. It's a piece of shit.
Who cares?
And it-
There's
and it
people who've
stops
told
me.
us that movies are crappy that we've absolutely loved.
I know.
So
But it's every time I mention it, no matter who's around.
let's just not talk to anyone about it. And we
Let's
watch
never
it
talk to
ourselves.
anyone ever again.
Yes. Deal. You heard him. Anyway, so basically she kills all of these people with a bunch of guns. Some of them she does with like her dance fighting thing. And then I honestly really like this one shot because she's walking down a hallway and it stops being blood and it starts being like flowers falling out, like
yeah,
flowing
like
out of people.
hand-painted.
It's really cool, like cartoony flowers.
In her head. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she just gets outside. She finds the javelin. And then she gets outside and she flags down a taxi, which this taxi driver is brave because she left the door open of all the men she's murdered in this
Yeah.
building. And he just picks her up and he's like, where are you off to? And she's just like, oh, okay, I don't know. And then as she's saying that, we see like Rick Flag and Peacemaker like sneak across the street in front of the taxi. And so she's just like, okay. And so she gets out and then we see that we like hear their plan, and their plan is like they have like lookouts everywhere. Milton's in the van. And Nanawe is helping because he's found a bird. And then Rick Flag's like, stay off the comms. And so they're like Bloodsport's like trying to scale the side of the building so that they can get up there, and at the same time Peacemaker has like some poor secretary in his like crosshairs. He's like, I can murder the one person in this building I found. And then she walks up and she's like, what are you guys doing? And like Rick Flag's like, oh, I mean, we were gonna save you.
Rescuing you.
And then he's like, it's actually a pretty good plan. And she's just like, I could go back in. And
She starts crying.
Yeah, because she's like, you came
came
to
save
rescue me?
That's so sweet.
It's cute. And then they ask her what's up. Bloodsport asks her what's up with the javelin. She's like, I'm waiting for God to tell me what to do with it.
I don't know. I'm waiting for God to tell me.
And then she's just like, oh my God. So now they're moving to Jotunheim. Their whole plan is that they're going to get the Thinker to like drive them in. And then they're going to use the Thinker's, I almost said rectal scanner.
Oh, my.
Retinal scanner to get in.
That's a different scanner.
Different. Could you imagine the diseases that would be spread in that
Oh, my
company?
God. It would be sanitized after every scan, I would hope.
What if it was both? A rectal and a retinal?
Pink eye is a real disease, and it
It-
should not be taken lightly.
I apologize. I apologize to all my pink-eyed people. But anyway, so basically they get there, no problems, and then it gets like really rainy and pretty, and then we get like honestly one of the coolest slow-mo shots of our team like coming out of the rain.
Yeah, because it's
like
super
sunny rain. Yeah.
and it's hard to see because it's so bright.
But for some reason Milton's also with them, and
Of course,
Milton
during their slow-mo walk.
Milton's basically wearing a t-shirt, cargo shorts, and sandals. That's Milton, and Milton's walking with them for unknown reasons.
Just this chubby local guy.
Just this chubby local guy who's part of the team. So they get in and they lock the door, and the military is trying to get into Jotunheim. And Jotunheim kind of looks like a silo. It's like a big silo. So they start putting bombs everywhere. and Nanawe is standing with Peacemaker, and he uses the like bomb putty stuff to make a little Peacemaker out of the bombs.
And he just turns and shows it to him, doesn't even say anything. And John Cena goes, "God damn it, Nanawe. Quit being a play baby."
And he's like, it looks nothing like me.
Looks nothing like me. It's actually really nice of you.
Really nice of you.
But put it on the wall.
Yeah. So, and then the new general in the place where Harley Quinn just murdered a bunch of people finds out that Jotunheim has been infiltrated and sends more men. And then the Rebel Alliance moves in to take out the people left behind.
Yeah.
So we walk into a room. We're back at Jotunheim, and Rick Flag, Ratcatcher, and the Thinker are downstairs together. And so they walk into a room with people like with the in cages with the starfishes on their face. And then basically we see how brutal the Thinker's experiments have been on these starfish people and on the starfish. And then the starfish tells Rick and Ratcatcher that not only has the starfish been tortured this whole time, but he's like done stuff to her or it.
Yeah.
And he's just like smiles like sheepishly because he's like apparently assaulted the starfish.
Yeah. Horrifying.
So Rick Flag is like pissed off about all the brutal experiments he's looking at in this room. And then the Thinker is like, do you really think that we're on different sides? And then the Thinker basically reveals like, your government didn't send you here to save people. It sent you here to cover up their involvement in this, because who do you think found the starfish?
Oof.
Yeah. He basically says stuff about how the American public is too sensitive to deal with this kind of thing, but you have to do this sort of shit for scientific advancements.
Yeah.
Horrible shit. And then the Thinker says that he was fine. He was hired by the U.S. to do this stuff until the military coup ruined everything, essentially.
Yeah.
What? Not shocking. I'm gonna be honest. And then Rick Flag, because Peacemaker has come, like, saw them walk into a room. This is where I get mad at Peacemaker, because Rick Flag pulls out the hard drive and he's like, I'm gonna expose the truth. I'm gonna put this on the news. And then Peacemaker pulls a gun on him and says that, like, no, I was tasked with like making sure this information gets destroyed, because he says, basically Peacemaker says that you have to, like, what did he say? He would do anything to protect freedom, or something like that. Which I kind of get what he's saying, because he's saying that this would cause an incident. Yeah. Like, if this information got out, bad shit would happen.
Right.
So I get kind of what he's saying, but also I get what Rick Flag is saying.
Yes.
So
Rick Flag's the hero here.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
But like, Rick Flag though also isn't the one in prison who could be killed like that if this gets fucked up. Yep. So it's also a little different for him. But the ceiling collapses for some reason. We don't know why. And then the starfish is loose. And then Ratcatcher follows Sebastian because she's the only one up. And then Sebastian helps like guide her out of the rubble before she gets eaten by the starfish. And then the starfish rips the Thinker apart.
Yeah, he does.
Like in half. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then Peacemaker and Rick Flag come to and start fist fighting over the hard drive. But most of this fight is Rick Flag getting his absolute ass beaten.
Yeah, because it's just Joel Kinnaman against 17-time world heavyweight champion John Cena.
He does end up besting him for a little bit in like the bottom of a urinal, because he gets like this broken pipe that he's beating Peacemaker with, and he's like choking, like he has Peacemaker like down in the urinal, and it's like one of those weird urinals that we don't have here. Like the floor urinals. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we have those. I don't pee.
I haven't seen one in decades.
Okay. Yeah. So he has him like down, and while he has him down choking him on the ground, Peacemaker grabs a piece of tile and stabs Rick Flag right in the heart.
Rick Flag, no.
Yeah. And then honestly, this is where I think John Cena could be an amazing actor, because the look of guilt and like, I can't believe this is happening, and like and horror on his
sorrow.
face. Yeah.
But you can tell by his face that he knows he needs to.
Like, it's all in his eyes. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, John Cena goes through like so many emotions in his eyes. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see like all the processes of grief across his face, because he's like, why did you make me do that? You shouldn't have made me do that. That's
and then also shit. What have I become kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that sort of a thing. Because
3 seconds of film we're talking about.
Yeah. Because he did say at one point, he said something about when Rick wouldn't give him the hard drive, he said, like, I'll do anything to protect freedom, including killing a hero like yourself. Don't make me do this.
Yep.
And then he had to. And like that, just the look in John Cena's face is stellar acting.
And then Rick Flag's last words are Peacemaker. What a joke.
Good one.
And then he dies.
No, for reals, like good one. That's like, you got to guilt trip people if they murder you.
You do. If you can.
If you can.
Guys, if you get murdered, try to guilt trip them.
Try to guilt trip them. Just say something that always sticks with them.
It's going to make them feel
Like
so bad.
Start revealing where treasure's buried or something. And then stop.
And then stop. Like when Deadpool keeps not dying.
Yes.
In Deadpool 2.
Yes.
You're like, it's buried. No, I really thought that would be it. I'm sorry.
But anyway, so basically, then Ratcatcher picks up the hard drive and starts running, but is pretty much quickly stopped by Peacemaker. And then he knocks her down, and she's like, okay, fine, then take the hard drive, but why kill me? And then he has a gun on her, and he says, because I'm thorough. And then we jump back to 8 minutes earlier. So we have Bloodsport and Nanawe upstairs. Nanawe finds like this aquarium with a bunch of floating hand puppets. They look like they have like a hole in them for like a hand to go in, like Mr. Rogers puppets.
Yeah, they do.
And he's having a great time playing with his new friends.
Yeah.
Like he's so happy.
Yeah, he jumps.
Yeah, he keeps jumping, and then they keep making his shape through the glass.
In a new spot that he's in.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, new dumb friends.
Yeah, he loves it. And so they're walking, and then upstairs we have Harley and Bloodsport and Polka Dot Man and Milton. And then bad guys show up and kill Milton, and Polka Dot Man evaporates them. But then they're all like hiding in cubicles because they don't know where all the bad guys are.
Yeah.
And then Polka Dot Man's like, oh my God, they killed Milton. And then Bloodsport goes, Milton was with us? And he's like, yeah, he's been here the whole time.
Well, I thought he stayed back with the bus.
And then Polka Dot Man's like, what did you want him to do? And he's like, stay with the bus. Why was he in here? And then, of course, Harley's like, who is Milton?
And he's like, oh my God, really?
But in her defense,
She wouldn't know Milton.
She wouldn't know Milton. They just got together. So, yeah, she's just like, who is Milton?
But then he's like, this guy, and then points, and she crawls out, and she's like, oh,
Milton.
that guy,
Okay.
Milton.
Yes. And more bad guys come in, and Polka Dot Man like launches his polka dots again. And this is where I don't think Harley Quinn is stupid, because the second he goes to do it, Harley Quinn's like, no. And
Yeah,
then
she's too late, though.
his polka dots nick like one of the bombs that got dropped during the first like round of shooting.
Yep.
And it all explodes.
She tackles him and saves him.
And then like, yeah, the whole thing starts blowing up. Nanawe now is getting eaten by his little puppet friends because now the aquarium exploded.
They're apparently very violent.
And then Nanawe falls all the way out of the building. It had to have been like, I don't know, 13 stories, really high, and lands on the ground. And then all of the bad guys who are outside, who haven't been able to get in, just start shooting him. And then in my notes, I literally say, I don't think it kills him. Yay, it didn't. But now he's like really pissed off, and he just starts eating people. But then I don't know why they weren't still shooting, because they just let him snack on a guy.
I guess they realized it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work.
And now he's big mad.
He's really mad. But then he just starts eating just one man and just keeps eating that one head.
Yeah.
So I guess he's okay. Then the top part of the building falls off. Polka Dot Man, Harley, and Bloodsport like have to run, like slow-mo run, to like not fall off with the part that they're on. And Harley catches onto the top part of the building. Polka Dot Man lands somewhere. They're safe. But Bloodsport falls, like his what's it called, little thingy,
Oh, it's like a grappling hook sort of
grappling
thing.
hook. His like grappling hook like detaches, and he ends up falling, and he lands like a superhero landing like a few feet below, but then he starts subsequently like land like all the floors below him start giving out
One at a time.
and then
It's
he
kinda
falls all the way to the bottom floor and lands where now we're in present day, where Peacemaker has a gun on Ratcatcher.
Cool. Yeah, and the way they look up at each other is so cool.
Yeah, because honestly, in Peacemaker's defense, Peacemaker looked like fuck. I don't want to kill more people. I just have to kill who I have to kill, who knows what's going on.
Yep.
And so now he's like, now I have to kill you too. And so they like just stare at each other for a second, and then they both fire at the same time. and then their bullets hit each other. But I guess when, if you heard that, apologies, our computer did something. But Peacemaker, like when he had the conversation with Peacemaker earlier, where Peacemaker was like, "No, I'm more accurate than you because my bullets are smaller." Bloodsport switched to smaller bullets, so Bloodsport's bullet goes all the way through the middle of Peacemaker's bullet and shoots Peacemaker in the neck.
Yep.
And kills him.
Kills him apparently.
Allegedly, we'll see.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then Ratcatcher tells Bloodsport everything that happened and that our government was behind the Project Starfish this entire time. And while they're staying there, the Starfish breaks out and the whole Suicide Squad has to run out of the building.
Yeah.
So, but they have the hard drive, just so you know. And this the Starfish is called Starro.
Starro the Conqueror.
I call it Starfish the whole time. So Starro releases like a bunch of its babies, and this is what I don't get, because everyone, when the Starfish is out of the building, starts shooting at it. But then the second it releases a bunch of babies out of its armpit, everyone just stops firing at it and just stares at it. And it's all like, no, shoot those now. Have you never played a video game?
Yeah.
You have to shoot those.
They're frozen in fear. Bloodsport's still shooting.
Yeah. And then like our team finds out that you need to cover your face and then you won't die, while all the rest of the military who heard that conversation are just letting it sucked into their face and getting killed.
Yeah.
So everyone gets killed. Our team's alive. We see that the rebels make it into the government building and they kill everyone in there. So now the rebels have taken over the government. And then all of the soldiers back at the scene with our people all stand up because it's the Starfish. So and then the Starfish is like, "This is my house. Whose house?" Yeah.
It's creepy when he talks through multiple people's voices on the street.
And then it starts screaming and stuff. So
yeah, when it screams like all the citizens that have starfishes on their face.
It's
Starfish.
weird. Yeah.
Plural?
Starfy.
Starfy. Starfy.
Starfixes.
Legend of Starfy.
Yeah. Starfy. Wow. Starfish eye.
Anyway, they all scream at once and it's crazy.
Yeah. And then Waller basically, so all of the starfish and the big starfish start just running towards the city. And then Waller tells our team that they need to cut and run because they have the information that they needed. Just leave the starfish there to obliterate people, because she says that it would be better for PR for us not to have been involved and that this happened. And then it could all be blamed on the what's this place called? The Corto Maltese government.
Yeah, she says the U.S. government now views Corto Maltese as a hostile nation, and a hostile nation being disrupted, I think is how she worded it.
Yeah.
Would be viewed as a net positive.
Yep. So she's like, you just need to leave. And so they all kind of turn around like they're going to go, and they start walking off. And then Bloodsport's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And then Bloodsport starts like turning and walking back, and then everyone follows him. Ratcatcher immediately follows them, and then Polka Dot Man, and then obviously Nanawe's like, where are we going?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're all going to go because they decide that they can't just leave all these people to die.
Yeah. We still have Harley too.
Yeah, and Harley leaves too. And then Waller's is like threatening to kill all of them, like screaming. And this whole time, like her team has kind of side-eyed her a few times in the office.
Yes.
Because of the crazy shit she said and the threats to Bloodsport's daughter and stuff.
Outside Dave.
James
Gunn's wife.
James Gunn's wife,
apparently.
Yes.
And
Jennifer Holland, I believe is her name.
Yeah. And another woman.
She's in, if you don't know who that is, she's apparently in the Peacemaker show.
Oh.
So...
Yeah.
Like she plays the same character.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. So they all are standing there watching her screaming about how she's going to kill all of these people for trying to save people. And then one random lady in her office smacks her in the back of the head with something.
With this huge 6-foot-long pole.
Yeah. And then
Just knocks her out cold.
And this is where I think I started crying, because then all of her team, now I'm doing it again. All of her team starts helping the Suicide Squad, like with recon and
That's
where you
cool,
need to
man.
go and all that stuff to like
cool
save people.
Yeah.
And then what's that guy who she yelled at?
Dale.
She's like, get back on the radio. What did she say?
She's telling everybody exactly what to do, and Dale's just standing there in the corner of the room, and she says, "Get on the satellite, Dale, you fucking dickhead." And he walks off.
But I love that scene because they know that she's insane.
It's great.
So now they're helping, and then Bloodsport starts putting his gun together and makes this like massive spinning gun, and that's really cool because it's the first time we've seen him do that.
Yeah.
Nanawe, because he tells because the whole point is that Bloodsport at the beginning of the movie told Viola Davis, "I'm not a hero," or "I'm not a leader," or something like that, and she's like, "I'll make you one." And so now he's telling everyone what to do.
Yeah.
And he's all like, Harley, take the up, like go up, Ratcatcher do this, Nanawe nom nom. Go eat that thing.
And he's like, monster is nom nom.
And he's like, yeah, it's nom nom. I love Nanawe. He's probably my favorite character.
Me too.
And then basically then Bloodsport tells Polka Dot Guy, like, the monster is your mom. So then Polka Dot Man starts trying to fuck it up and shoots one of its legs off.
Yeah.
Which is cool because it shoots its leg off, but then all of the subsequent people who've been taken over by Starfish also start screaming.
And grabbing at their
legs. So they all feel it. But then he gets squished.
He screams, "I'm a superhero."
He does.
And then gets squished to death.
Mics are doing that thing again. Sorry.
I know, our mics are going crazy. Sorry.
But anyway, so then Nanawe is biting it, and that guy's Polka Dot Man's dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Nanawe gets thrown through a building, and then what's her face? Ratcatcher is trying to like use her rats to take down the thing, but she's about to get smacked. So Bloodsport like runs and dives to save her from getting squished by the Starfish, and then she ends up, I like this scene too, because then she calls all the rats to help, because the Starfish says, this is my city, and she says, no, it's not your city, and it's not their city,
it's not ours,
it's their city, and all the rats come out.
Yeah.
And then she kind of covers Idris Elba's character, because obviously now there are millions of rats crawling over him to try and get to the Starfish.
Yeah. And then it flashes back to her dad telling her why rats. Yeah,
and then it's her dad on a roof talking, and he says, I had it written down here. He basically says, she says, Dad, why rats? And he says, rats are the lowliest and the most despised of all creatures, but they have purpose. So do we all.
If they have purpose, so do we all.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
You know what's so cool about that is it's actually kind of an allegory for the whole movie, because if these prisoners have purpose...
Yeah.
These misfits, so do we all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favorite line of the movie.
It's freaking beautiful.
It's awesome.
It's an amazing line. So the rats start crawling up the Starfish, because how are you going to fight millions of rats? You can't. Crawling up the Starfish, eating it, while Harley is like running along with her javelin, because now she knows what the javelin's for. She's running along and she stabs the Starfish in the eye, but it's not an eye, it's like a pool. Yeah. So she lands in a pool, and all the rats start crawling in and just start eating the inside of the Starfish's eye, which is pretty cool. It's a kind of an awesome scene.
Yeah.
And then outside you see that the eye is now full of blood, and then the Starfish dies. And then, the Starfish doesn't die. And then this is another scene that's heartbreaking, because the Starfish says, I was happy floating, staring at the stars.
Damn.
Which is so freaking sad, because we're the assholes who took it.
Yep.
What the fuck? Of course we are.
The song it's been playing during all of this hype moment, if you want to look it up, is called The Squad Fight Back from the official soundtrack. It's amazing. I saved it.
Really good. It's really sad. And then on the news, they have reports of escaped convicts who saved Corto Maltese from the Starfish. Like, basically, and not only from the Starfish, but from oppression, because now they have free elections for the first time in multiple decades.
Yeah.
And Bloodsport's daughter watches it and is all like, that's my dad.
My daddy's a hero.
I should stop stealing shit. Wow.
Oh no.
And so now Bloodsport is like threatening Waller, and he's like, I've already uploaded all of this shit, so if you harm us, put us in prison, or hurt my daughter in any way, all of this Starfish shit gets released.
Yeah.
And she's just like, Well played.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. And then our team just kind of leaves. And then while they're leaving in the helicopter, little Sebastian the rat takes a nap on Bloodsport's lap, and he pets him.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
Very timidly.
And then we see that the weasel wakes up on the beach alone.
Okay, I guess.
And runs off, because there's no way James Gunn was going to kill his brother.
Yeah. Weasel was played by John Gunn.
Yeah. And then I don't know if this was post-credits or when this was, but then we see outside Dave, and What was her name? I literally just said Jennifer Holland.
Jennifer Holland.
Jennifer Holland walking in because Peacemaker was found alive under the rubble, and they're going to use him to save the fucking world.
I completely forgot about that, and they were doing all the lead up, walking down the hallway, like we found him in the rubble.
You thought
I
it was
heard he
Rick?
was a hero, and I was like, Rick's alive. Thank God. I did not care about Rick in 2016, but now I care about him.
I feel like you did care about Rick in 2016. I feel like you talked about him a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe. He's so cool.
I think he was the only thing you liked from that movie. You were like, Rick Flag is pretty cool.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Great.
But that's the movie.
That is the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I liked it. I love this movie. It's so good.
I do too. I think it's absolutely great. I just don't like the stupid lines Harley has. Everything else is great. A lot of the humor is a little dumb. Not a lot, but there is humor that's a little dumb.
Yeah.
But
There's
whatever.
a weasel
Yeah.
who drowned.
Yeah.
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 And also, why sitting next to a massive weasel would you ever think it was a werewolf?
I don't know.
Also, you've already been sitting next to it and nothing happened, so why worry about it?
Yeah.
Man.
That part was dumb too.
And I mean, the TDK,
That was funny.
but I love Nathan Fillion. So,
That's why it was funny.
Yeah. And I love his hands just softly grazing people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another James Gunn rewatch down. He still doesn't miss.
Doesn't. I like it a lot, but
So,
this is a long one because I think we talked for like 40 minutes before we even got into the plot.
yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff to say about John Cena, and you just get naturally interesting stuff when a movie gets rebooted 5 years later.
Yeah. And this is a lot of characters and stuff. And also,
Yeah.
you did say before we started recording, you were like, I don't know if we'll ever get to talk about James Gunn on the free feed again. So
Yeah,
you
we'd
wanted
have
to
to-
make sure you got your fangirling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can't connect him to something, probably. He's in stuff, but
Well, we're the ones who make the rules.
not much. Yeah, that's true. If we back ourselves into a corner, hopefully it's a
James Gunn.
movie.
But yeah. So you ready to just any closing thoughts, Jerry Springer, or no?
Closing thoughts, Jerry Springer.
What did he call those when at the end of the
Deep
movie?
thoughts with Jack Handy.
No.
Oh,
Why would he call it that?
I don't know.
Who the fuck is Jack Handy?
Oh, that's an SNL bit. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, it was like going way off tangent. It was like Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy, and it was played like the infomercials when you stay up too late as a kid in the 90s, and just stupid one-liners would scroll up the screen slowly over a beach background. Oh my God. And that guy would voice them over. I don't know who that was that voiced them over.
I don't know. Do you remember the hyper hypo?
Yeah.
I like the hyper hypo, and I also like what was the Mike Myers one in the bathtub?
Ooh.
Where he was always in a bathtub and he played a little kid, and it would be like something
not
with
know.
Simon. I can't
Oh,
remember.
drawings.
Yeah,
I
drawings.
like to
was-
do drawings.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Simon,
Yep.
and I like to do drawings.
Now I've got hyper in my head.
Because I'm a hyper hypo. One time my
Electric
mom,
Callboy.
what did you say? My mom gave me a Snickers and a Coke, and I towed the car home. Yeah, you don't remember
No,
that?
that's not what I have in my
'Cause-
head. I have the
oh.
song.
Oh, okay. So I was just thinking, like, cause he was always strapped to like equipment, so he couldn't get out. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Anyway, we were talking about the Suicide Squad, and
So
I
our
think
final thoughts are about
my final
Mike
thoughts
Myers characters.
are done. Do you have any others?
I love this movie. I think it's great. If you haven't seen it, don't let the first Suicide Squad deter you from seeing this, because this is an actual good movie.
Yeah, it is a soft reboot. They are pretending like the first movie sort of happened.
Yes. They're not saying it didn't happen.
No.
Because Harley knows Boomerang. Oh, my God.
The mics are going crazy.
They're going crazy. I don't know
I
why.
don't even know if you guys can hear it, but
They're popping in our ears.
they're making
at least.
crazy popping noises in our
I
headphones.
don't know why they do that. I think we need these replaced.
We
or
need
the
new cables. Jason,
Yeah.
give our cables back.
Give our cables back. We need them. He shouldn't have given them to you. But anyway, so I love it. Don't let it deter you. I mean, it definitely doesn't say that the first one didn't happen, because Harley knows Rick and Boomerang.
Yeah.
So it happened. We're just not mentioning it, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So there you go. Kind
There
of like
you
how
go.
they recast Darren and Bewitched.
I kind of feel like Waller faced consequences at the end of the first movie too, and
Did
now
she?
they've been undone. I don't remember.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm
that's
never
what they,
watching that movie ever again
No,
for any reason.
no.
So.
Well, I mean, it wasn't kind of her fault, because Enchantress was one of the people that she put a bomb in, and then Enchantress is also the bad guy. So it's just
Yeah.
kind of like, how?
She's terrible at vetting.
Apparently.
Yeah. Whose turn
But-
is it?
All right, I think it's my turn to Wait, your turn to pick the actor?
Yeah.
Okay, you pick the actor then.
I pick the actor.
Yep.
What is Idris Elba in?
Luther?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious on Vacation.
Oh, yeah, Fast and Furious Go on Vacation.
I've been thinking this whole time that I want to see more Margot Robbie because I hate her in this.
Yeah.
And I still do. And I know she's a fantastic actress and I love her in other things. Mm-hmm. And she's got an Oscar, or at least a nomination for I, Tonya.
Oh, yes.
Not
We
to
never
mention-
saw I, Tonya.
Not to mention 100 other things you could pick that she's in. I'm going to go with Margot Robbie.
Okay. Well, then if we're going with Margot Robbie, I'm going to pick my favorite Margot Robbie movie.
Okay.
Obviously. What's it called? The Big Short. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to pick Barbie, obviously.
Ah.
You dick.
It worked.
You did it. You tricked me into Ryan Gosling.
You want to pick something else?
Nope. I want to watch Barbie.
I did it.
You did it.
But you pick the actor next week.
I do. I do pick the actor, but I do like you. There are a lot of people I could pick. I could make you watch Sister of the Traveling Pants.
Oh, John Cena's in that too.
Sister of the Traveling Pants?
No.
Oh.
Barbie.
Barbie. Yeah.
Can't pick him.
Can't pick him. No, he's out.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Barbie's
so
a great movie, so I'm down for that.
Barbie's a perfect movie.
Wow. We'll see how we
I
feel
will
next
die
week,
on
I
that
guess.
hill.
Okay. My Patreon supporters, I don't know if that episode's coming out today or tomorrow. It might come out Sunday.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Sunday. We're not going to have time.
The Thor Ragnarok episode. We might have time to watch the movie tonight, but we don't have time to record.
No, you said you were playing tonight. So
I might play the Motor Crew tonight.
with the crew motor. What did JJ call
He
it?
called it. He said, "Download Motor Crew."
And you were like, "What is
I
that?"
said, "What in all fuck is Motor Crew?" And he sent me a link to the Crew Motorfest, and I made fun of him. Probably
bit.
too much.
Well, that's your friendship.
That's
though.
what we do.
That's what y'all do. All right. Well, we will let y'all go. Sorry again, this is late life. That's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we link from The Suicide Squad to Barbie. Bye.
See ya.
Next week on Chain Link Theater.
What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world. You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours. The first one, the high heel. You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.